Yeah, so Zoxim wrote to me again. Apparently he was encouraged by the fact that Skip has continued to stalk me. I don't even know how many times I have marked both of these people as spam and deleted them from WordPress. I've been doing that for a while. Okay, so let's see what Zoxim has to say. The reason some things turn other colors in this case is because you use the @ symbol. When the blog program sees this, it automatically makes an email link. That is not why. That is not what happened. You know, it just kind of happens with the text sometimes. When the blog program sees this, it automatically makes an email link. You can see this if you mouse over it. There's no mystery or conspiracy. It's just another example of how you chronically misinterpret almost everything you see on the internet. Similarly, you misinterpret all the Google searches you do on celebrities' names, imagining they are talking about you. They aren't. They don't know you. Nobody in Hollywood knows you. They have no idea who you are. It's all a delusion. I suspect that, for example, your delusion about Zac Efron is you trying to project onto him your sexual fantasies about him. You also do the same with Obama. When you ridiculously scream, "I will never, never, never sleep with you," it would be laughable if it weren't so sad and pathetic. It's why some of the more adolescent internet sites find you so much fun. I don't condone that, but it's easy to understand. No, I don't. This seems to be something that Zoxim has been accusing me of a lot. You know, the idea that I have sexual fantasies about these people, and that's why, you know, that's why I pay attention to you, and that's why I get angry. I can honestly say I have absolutely no sexual fantasies about Zac Efron. I have absolutely no sexual fantasies about President Obama. My only fantasy about them, really my only fantasy about any of these people, is that they will stop being evil people. And I have to say, it just seems like it definitely seems like a fantasy. It seems like a fantasy, you know, more and more all the time. Let's see. Yeah. You're unfortunately about to lose a place to live because of your obsessive fantasies. You may be able to find another place, but it's clear you will just begin the cycle all over again, imagining that the new landlord is also spying on you with secret cameras harassing you by having the lawn mowed, and most absurd of all, that the postman who must deliver the mail is stalking you. How sad. There is treatment available, but you have to be honest with the doctors and, more importantly, with yourself. And see, and this again, this is the thing about Zoxim that's so useful. Like, I don't want him to write to me, but it's very useful to have someone just put in writing the behavior, the attitude, and just the lies that people who know exactly what they're doing and are persecuting me tell. I mean, all of these things, and in fact, what I'm hoping to be able to do is to sign a mutual termination of the lease. I'm starting to feel like I'm getting the runaround about that. My guess would be that the lawyer for the property management just really wants to win against me in court, and that she's more interested in doing that than in reaching a peaceful resolution. You know, I mean, that would be my guess about that person, that she does not want this to end if she can't, you know, just really harm me. You know, and this of course, the idea that it's a delusion, and that I am misinterpreting everything, and that nobody's stalking me, and that nobody's harassing me, and that everything is just, you know, the imaginings of just someone who is totally mentally ill is exactly the strategy that the lawyer for the property management has used in court in every case, in every situation against me, in both hearings, at the meeting that the judge finally ordered her to have with me, which they themselves said in their first notice terminating tenancy I was supposed to have before July 31st, which I made several very polite and appropriate attempts to schedule, and which were totally ignored. You know, and I would say both partners in the law firm that are representing the property management were hoping to advance politically and in their careers by persecuting me. You know, and I have done everything that's asked of me, that has been asked of me to do, and by the court, and I definitely get the feeling I'm getting the runaround. I mean, they're not interested in just letting me leave, even though I've said I'm not going to fight you about keeping the apartment. I just want to leave. You know, mutual termination of the lease. You know, nothing wrong with my reference from you. See you later. Goodbye. I'm sorry that I didn't, you know, do more research before I moved in here. You know, and I've been very appropriate. Have done everything, you know, that the lawyer even the things she unreasonably asked of me. Right? I mean, I did those things. You know, for them to have tried to evict me in the first place for taking video of the way that I've been abused here was totally unreasonable. So, you know, and I am certainly free to continue to do that. But they don't. I'm sure she does not just want to let it go. You know. So let's see. And I also am concerned that this cycle is going to continue. I mean, I am concerned about there going to be cameras in the next place, wherever that happens to be. I'm concerned that they will also harass me, hire people to harass me in other ways. You know, the postal service, you know, will continue to harass me. FedEx trucks, UPS trucks, everybody else who harasses and stalks me. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't seem to me that the conglomerate is planning ever to stop that. I think they're planning to persecute me for the rest of my life. You know, however long my life happens to be. You know, whether I just finally can't take it anymore, and just, you know, end my life life, or I am raped and killed by someone because they just take the next step. You know, it's difficult for me to, it's difficult for me to understand, you know, especially people who are part of the conglomerate who claim to care about me in some way or to have some kind of positive feeling for me. They can certainly logically understand that all of this has been a progression of steps, from calling me vagina names, you know, hacking my phone, hacking my email, to the way that I get treated in the public. I mean, if they can't, and then harassment, stalking, the actual stalking up by hundreds of vehicles every week, the cameras in my apartment. I mean, from having my food stamps hacked to having there be cameras in a homeless shelter bathroom to, you know, everything just continuing all the time. There are now cameras in this actual apartment, right? And I think a pretty serious risk of there being cameras in the next apartment, even though all of it's totally legal, Skip, what are you doing tonight? Let's get platonic. Let's take up on your couch. I'll bring some movies and make you dinner. I promise, no funny business, but I can't promise I won't make you seep. And I mean that in the most respectful, tongue-in-cheek way, so relax. Skip, how much is the voucher for? If I had guaranteed rent every month for life, I would be living on Easy Street. I went to school to become a teacher, but it didn't feel right. I passed all the required exams to boot. By the time I realized that it was too late to change majors, so I had to walk away with a liberal arts BA because I was out of financial aid and couldn't secure any more loans. Then living off credit, I have been applying to living wage jobs to no avail, though I have a test to become a prison guard lined up. Tried getting 2 low-paying jobs to get by, but neither places could afford the necessary set schedule. Neither places could offer the necessary set schedule to make it work, and none of them do. I just needed to know what days I would be working in advance, and that's too much to ask for. I might have to enlist in the military, though. I heard the Air Force might let someone with no ROTC experience in their officer training school. My credit's running low, and my mother doesn't want me to move back in with her, though I have nowhere to turn. She might refuse, and then what? So yeah, your life is pretty sweet.